Yeah, bro. I was gonna say, I don't know if you remember those armor guys, those giants,
Yeah.
right? You know what's crazy? What he did was he used what do you call it?
Oh, speaking of perspective, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, he used what do you call it? Stunt actors.
Some actors.
Yes. So all of the Odysseus guys, they were all like 5 foot. And then the Giants were 7 foot. And then what he did was he played with the angle. So it feels like they're like significantly taller. And they didn't use no CGI, no nothing.
What you do.
Like,
That's what you do on camera.
Yeah.
Clay, let's go back to Clay. I want to shout out Clay, right?
Yeah.
Like he's a master.
Yeah, of course.
So he's a master because he is applying those principles of mastery when it comes to photography. And that's something that he would teach me, or I would see him doing. If somebody is short and we outside, like he has, I forgot the name of it on the film side, but like those boxes, you know, you can nearly have a stepping tool. Let's say if the guy is shorter than
The lady.
the bride or the lady. Now the guy steps on the tool, and all of a sudden he's taller than the lady. But it's like, that's to a trained eye. If he sees a photo and the guy is shorter than the lady, it's like,
looks
dude,
kinda-
what are you doing? But the guy's supposed to be tall a little bit. So it's like he should have used it,
But is he okay? So now, is he supposed to be tall though?
like the guy.
Yeah, because now we're talking about like, are we saying like short guys should marry like tall women?
No.
'Cause-
Shout out to all the short kings.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
I was worried.
We don't have that problem. We're tall enough. We're like 6-footers,
Yeah.
but dog.
Once upon a time, I might have been a short king, but no, but
Yeah, but I get your point though. Back to Clay.
I mean,
Yeah, back to Clay. Back to Clay. Yeah, those little details. Yeah, but those things come with experience. So, how many sets have you been on for you to know? Okay, you're gonna encounter that problem. You see what I'm saying? So that comes with experience.
yeah, I mean that's what he did as well. I know he learned from his mentor, and
Yeah.
I'm doing the same. I'm playing the long game, honestly, bro. I feel like everybody should play the long game, and it's a bit of a struggle. Not a struggle. It's just a little bit of a frustration because as soon as you lay your eyes on social media, what everybody else is doing, bro, there's a little bit of comparison that takes place.
Yeah.
You know, comparison is
Yeah.
the thief of joy. So before you know, it's like, oh man, I want this quicker or faster. I don't want to wait. I want this now. But dude, you just gotta put in the work.
Yeah.
That's the road to mastery to me. That's the word that I'm on, and I backed it up with faith and action. Blank. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad you're in a good space now. What I will say though, low key, I want you to hop back on cinematography a little more, dog.
Dude.
Because bro, I'm telling you, like. Or not even that, but it's like with the talent that you have,
Well, thank you.
I feel like your contents, even your pictures, should feel like it's a shot out of a movie. And again, I mean I get it. You're exploring. You're doing. You know your style. And I've noticed your style changed though. Your style changed from when we were taking pictures together.
Yeah, I seen it too.
To a lot of it, dog. I mean, that's my eyes though. And
It's not necessarily worse, though, right?
you say what?
It's not necessarily worse.
No, it's not worse. It's just a different style.
Yeah.
And
I could still tap back into it, though.
and I see. I mean, it's not my favorite style though.
Yeah, I understand that.
You know, it's not my favorite style. But I'm like, now I feel like you're a part of like the majority.
Okay, I see what you're
I'm not saying you're not doing better than them. I'm just saying their style. You know, you're great. You're one of the best that I know personally. You know,
Sure.
And I want to take you everywhere. Like I want to, you know. I mean, if I could, nigga, Like we'll be everywhere.
That's the part where I should introduce you to everybody so they know the reason why you're even here in the first place for that specific reason.
Yeah.
There are people that you want to have around, people that you can have conversation with, that you can just, you know what I mean, support one another, each other on the journey. That's
Of
what you
course.
need.
Of course,
Everybody out
man.
there.
Yeah, your best, like, my best, like the best thing that I want to see you do is because I see what like how you, even your energy when you're on it, when we were doing like let's say a video, the Fitini joint for example,
Yeah.
that was your peak. I felt like I mean as far as energy, it's like when you were there, it's like I could tell you're in your element. Like I was directing here and there, but you were the cinematographer. You were also directing with me. Because directing, you were also like, you know, the angles, everything, man. Everything just made sense. It was clicking. The edit, we edited it together, right? And even after that video, that project, then we had a couple of photo shoots and, you know, well, you did have photo shoots with people. I mean, if you have photo shoots with people, you can't really impose your style like that because they kind of like tell you how they want it to come out, right? Yeah. But as far as your personal project or my personal projects, that film feel, like that cinematography joint, is always gonna come out when we're working together. I feel like because we're both on that side of the thing a little more. You see what I'm saying?
A bit of a relationship with the person that you're working with that maybe comes into play.
Yeah, but I feel like that's where you also are your best. I feel like
I could still tap things always. Once again, I could still tap back into it, and because I know that I can still tap back into it, I'd rather go and explore stuff that I don't know, because I don't want to be narrow-minded. You know, I don't want to think that my style might be better than my style. I don't want to just see things from one lens, because that's kind of what all photography is about, and that's exactly what I was saying earlier. Photography, that's what photography taught me.
Yeah.
To just explore, travel, embrace different cultures, different perspectives, different techniques.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just be present and just absorb, learn. That's what, to me, that's what photography is about. It's more than just a camera. Then I'm discovering it almost every time that I touch the camera. Somebody else was telling me the same thing. Like,
really?
Bro, like, these people that tell you, that give you the kind of feedback was so valuable. Because the man was like, man, we need your photography. And I'm like, no, dude, like, no. Like, I mean, at the time I was like, no, I don't necessarily need my photography, like, whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, you need me. Don't need my photography, like, need me. The art versus the artist. But, it has to do with, personally, I have stuff like that, but it has to do with perspective. There's a little bit of not public opinion. I don't want to act like I'm subjected to public opinion. Yeah. But it's more into, I guess I'm more focused on what I'm learning as opposed to doing what I want. Because once again, I could always go back to what I want because I can do it. I don't feel like I lost it. I feel like depending on who you work with, then let's do this. No, let's make this work. But this is what I feel like is happening. We're getting older. And the people that you encounter around your age frame, I guess maybe it's not an age thing, but they're not that open-minded creatively as once we were younger. You meet a lot more, younger people that still trying to discover themselves. They're open-minded. They want to create from an unknown place, from a place that only them can see. But now it's like, you go through so much, and maybe you're not that confident in. Or you don't, maybe the public opinion has entered the chat. Like, nah, let's not do this. Let's just be a lot more casual. And another thing, money, bro. Money.
That's where I was trying to get to because, see, that's what I was trying to get to. And what I mean by that is, I was going to ask you, what do you feel like, if you had all the money in the world, if your needs were met already, would you feel like you would have explored the way you're exploring So again, it's always good to explore, but I'm saying to the extent that you're exploring now, do you feel like you would have explored to that extent, or you will stick to, cinematography? Or even photography, but still have that cinematography feel to it?
No, I feel like if money was not an issue, I would. No, look.
That's a good question.
If money was not an issue, I want to believe that I would still do what I'm doing now. I want to believe that I would have understood the principle of mentorship, and I would have paid. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I would have been more intentional I would have been more intentional in the speed, because that's kind of what money does. I would have been able to afford maybe 2 mentors at a time. So now I could have done the foundation, I could have done the principle, and I could have explored different style. And because I want to be able to appeal. Okay, you might say, photography is not for everybody, but I want to be able to still be a part of those that preserve photography, the art of photography, because there are artists that pushed it, but there are also the professional, the technician. I feel like there are different styles of photographers. I want to be a technician, but also the professional, the classic guy that can still give you a classic. And then I also want to be an avant-gardist that can, come up with something like completely new. Plus with AI and all of that, I give it time. I want to say that I give it time.
But then I also feel like I see how, I'm big on that too, because I'm using film cameras, right? So it's like that base, we don't want to let go of that. But then we also need to know that there is a natural evolution of things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're a product of the natural evolution too. So it's like you want to be able to grasp the basics, right? What it is to be the full technician. But as we're moving forward, is that the most needed?
To that question, I would say yes. I feel like technique is a part of. I just had it. Yes, what's more needed more than ever is technique, because you have a lot of photographers that don't have the technique now. You have a lot of artists, that produce the art, but they don't have the technique.
Okay, so I'm gonna put it a different way. Let's say I work with Rock Nation, right? And you propose your portfolio, right? That's where I also feel like, you don't have to speak the same language as people. And I feel like the technique, right, can even be your own technique. So there is a base technique, and you tweak it to your own taste.
Yeah.
That's where languages differ.
Yeah.
Right? So you see a little bit what I'm saying now?
I see what you're saying.
Right. So a guy from Rock Nation is not gonna be like, no, the basics of photography requires you to have a tripod here or hold this a certain way. No, as long as they come out a certain way and it's appealing to them, they take it.
You see, yes. You know what I mean? I'm not disagreeing with you. From what I'm learning lately, when it comes to scaling and multiplying, those artists, they are particular, they are unique in their own way, and you can't really scale and multiply that. You can only inspire other artists, Like if you do things a certain way, make sure that your way is never going to be bigger than like the fundamental way, They like you can. Which example can I use? You can. I guess I don't have. I'm short on an example, but a gene is a gene as long as you it gives you that you can perceive it to be a gym, but then you can also always make stuff to it. You can add stuff to it, and that's your art. That's why I was trying to differentiate the art. Because I used to know it so well, I used to have it on top of my head.
Yeah.
I wanted to know the art, the science, the philosophy, and the technology of photography. And to each and every aspect of that I just mentioned, there's a season to it. And I feel like this is a season where I'm kind of going through a little bit of, I guess, I'm not even sure, I don't even remember what I just said.
Yeah.
But the art of it is always going to be there. I feel like it's not going away. I mean, it's not like I'm not maintaining it or anything, but the art of it is not. But I like your example as well. Then I can pitch to Rock Nation if I show something that looks more like corporate. And I also spoke about money. And it's like, so what do you want to do? You know what I mean? Who do you want to appeal to?
Who do you want to appeal to? And and I also feel like we're in a space today where we don't really need to appeal to anybody.
That is true.
Because you have your own platform, and you appeal to whoever comes on your platform. And if it happens to be 1 million people, then you're making it by being the most authentic possible, not answering to anybody.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that also is there. And I feel like a lot of people are taking off that way. You're not needing to appeal to
conform, right?
Yeah, not needing to conform, right? Misfit, right?
But, okay, when you call majority, you mean more like the commercial vibe, like, because I feel like my vision was more commercial too, to begin with. Like, there was a lot more, maybe due to the age, there was a lot more creativity and artistry into my work when I was younger.
But commercial now? That's new to me though.
Yeah, I feel like
I don't. where does that come from?
I can work with you and tap into the artistry. We can do it together. But if I want to work with Fitiri, I have to be able to do both. Maybe not, but it depends on where Fitiri is.
That's debatable though, because
let's say Fitiri is not okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But still got to know like the basic of what we need,
of course.
commercially speaking.
And I'm not against that though. I'm not against that.